All right, hi everyone. My name is Anton Gurov. I'm going to be talking about some of the lessons I learned during endurance racing and how they translate into running a startup or a company. So let's talk about first things. Obviously, the endurance racing, I've been doing it for about 6 years. I got an opportunity to join a team first, and then sometimes later actually buy into the team to be a part owner. Also started doing some amateur racing with SCCA and some Formula V crap cans. So again, very amateur stuff, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. All right, so how is it similar, right? For me, the endurance racing is very much like a startup, where it's a high-intensity project management exercise where you have essentially long duration stints, multiple drivers, changes, pit stops, et cetera, et cetera. And the main thing about this is that you can't do a lot of the stuff by yourself, right? It's a team exercise here. It involves crew chiefs, drivers, mechanics that can work on cars, pit crew. Performance engineering goes into making cars reliable and fast. And then all the safety, logistics, and then sales and marketing and finance, right? All of the things are involved in running endurance racing team. The main goal, just like a startup, just like your own company, is to win, right? This is what everybody's trying to achieve. Rule number 1, do not lift on the straights, right? This is where you make the most in terms of your lap times. Gas pedal to the floor until right about the braking zone. And one of the key things I want to point out is that no matter how scary it is or how easy it is, do not idle or coast during that time. Your pedal has to be to the floor. And it's very important in a startup, right? Especially when you have nothing in front of you. Your goal is clear, your path is clear. All you need to do is just commit, step on the gas, and execute. Very important for a startup. Next item, comparing the startups to larger organizations. Colin McRae, a rally driver, said once that straight roads are the fast cars, right? But turns are made for fast drivers. And how do you become fast there, right? I think the type of car you pick is very important, right? Corners are usually the best places to overtake bigger, more powerful cars and heavier cars. You can outbrake them, you can turn harder, you can accelerate earlier coming out of those turns. Also, lighter cars are more fuel efficient. No more pit stop, no more fundraising events, right? Can be more efficient with a lighter car. It's very important in economic situations that we're in, especially stuff that Pete mentioned in his initial presentation. But it's also beneficial to smaller companies because those market volatility are the best opportunities to overtake kind of bigger giants, slower moving giants, right? So one thing that I want everyone to lean into is this ability to be agile and lightweight. All right, next, very important slide as well. You have to celebrate your victories, no matter how big or small they are. For me, right, like not hitting any other cars on track, right, finishing the car in one piece, no scratches, right, having absolutely clean race with no black flags at all, beating my own personal record, right, getting into top 10 as a part of the team. Those are all kind of small milestones, right, but they're very important to celebrate. The second part to this is that sometimes you have to share credit for your things. It helps you manage your ego, right? Because most of the time, it's a team effort involved in certain things. The second thing, it helps motivate other people in your team when you share that credit with them. Everyone is kind of emotional, everyone has emotional needs. And this will help them kind of motivate them and move them forward. So again, just to summarize this, right? When you part of the startup working on things, always celebrate little incidents, like little events like this, like having no incident for a week or something like that, right? No pager-duty calls for a week, things of that nature. And the second thing, always share the credit for the work and for the celebrations of things. So, and then last but not least, whatever you do in the startup or organization that you're in, just enjoy the ride, right? It's not about from the starting point to the ending point. It's about the adventure you have along the way, the people you meet, and the very unique moments that you share with them. So, thank you all.